Are live, and it is Tactical Tuesday, and I'm taking advantage of our dog. I put Murphy on the cover art today, and he's sitting right here. Murphy is a combination collie cattle dog. They said blue heeler. He seems more collie-ish, but he's combination collie cattle dog. I have some videos that I've been sharing of him jumping up in the backyard catching a frisbee, included one of those shots in the cover art. And the thing about Murphy is, and I sent the video over to my sister, and she goes, "Oh wow, our dog's not trained like that." We did not train him to catch a frisbee; he just did it by himself. Well, he started kind of grabbing it while it was rolling on the ground, and then he started getting better at catching it in the air. But this is an innate ability innate ability. He's built to chase things. He's built to catch things. He's built to go after things. He's built to track things. He tracks the blue frisbee at night in the air in the dark. It's absolutely awesome to watch. And that's not training. It's not training. It's innate ability. So when you think about your team and some of the training that you put your team through, are you training people to do things that they're not really built for, that they're not really made for? Now, I'm wearing a baseball hat today. I'm representing the Arizona Diamondbacks, and this is an older hat. It almost doesn't fit on my head as much anymore. But one of the things about me is I'm not a big baseball fan. I am a huge playoff baseball fan. I love the strategy of the game when it comes to this time of year. You're thinking about which pitchers you throw against each other, who you, the impact, especially as you move into the World Series, the impact of pitchers who actually have to hit versus having a designated hitter. So I'm a big playoff baseball fan. I don't have the time, energy, or patience to watch a team over 162 or 164 games, whatever the number is. So baseball is not one of those things that I'm super interested in or built for or made for, but I get excited about it from a strategy and tactic perspective when we get into this time of year. So let's bring this back to Murphy and bring it back to your team. We have another dog. Our other dog is Grizz. Grizz does not catch frisbees. He also doesn't really catch the tennis ball unless it bounces once. Murphy will catch the tennis ball if you throw it right at him, and he's quick enough to jump up and gather it and capture it. He'll capture it out of the air. Again, how does this apply to your team? When you look across your team and you evaluate the work that needs to be done inside your organization, if you have people who are doing work that they weren't made for, that they're not built for, that they're not interested in, it might be time to make a change. It might be time to either change the type of work by specializing a little bit further inside the organization, or change the type of people by giving them an opportunity to exit or get out of the business. Now, my view, all work comes down to a handful of things. It comes down to, at its core, our ability to problem solve in the moment or over a long period of time, depending on the type of work that we're doing. Our ability to communicate with others, either in the moment, with one-on-one with someone, or as a group, both with internal customers and external customers. We have both of those. Decision making is a skill that gets applied. Creativity can be applied in a lot of roles. Goal setting and execution can be applied in a lot of roles. The ability to design for achieving a specific set of results. So these are fundamental skills that everybody in your organization should have. Now, some people will be better at some of those skills than others. I think the bigger piece there is what gets them excited, what gets them motivated, what drives them to do more of the thing that's required for a given role. How do you design inside your organization to optimize for the skills that you have and the specific jobs to be done? That's from an organization perspective. What about from the individual? What about the other side? How do you determine what those things are that give you energy, fill you up. Well, the only way to do it, and Valerie Cockerell, whose book came out earlier today, Manage Like a Mother, talked about this. And we included this as a quote in the episode that we pushed live yesterday. Just get experience. It's through the experience that you determine, are you interested in it? And she shared a story about getting an opportunity to get up on stage and speak French to an audience of leaders. About 20% of the leadership group inside an audience that was coming in and getting some service from the Disney Institute uh, were French speaking. She was able to convey the message, facilitate the training, and do it in her native language. Then realized how much energy she got out of being in front of the room and how much fun she got, and then invested time, energy, and resource to become a professional in that area. She wouldn't have known had she not had that experience, had she not gone up on the stage. And this is part of the journey that I'm in the process of going through. It started a number of years ago, but really got kicked off back in November of last year when I was in Orlando for the thing and for the Learning 2022 conference, where I had a chance to get in front of a group of people. And I failed in a couple of areas. One of the biggest bombs that I had two really big bombs, but I wouldn't have had this experience had I not had the experience, right? Like I wouldn't have gotten it from reading about things not to do. When I first walked up onto the stage at the thing, I checked to make sure everybody could hear me. The guidance I got afterwards was, hey, I'm on stage. The lights just went on. I need to count on the rest of the team, making sure that everybody is going to hear me and will adjust as necessary. So I should have just gone right into my thing at the thing. The second experience I had was on the first session that I did at Learning 2022. I took a quick peek at my watch and mistakenly did the math, thinking that I was running late on the session and had to wrap things up because it was 25 after the hour, when the reality was I had until 45 after the hour. So I cut things short, did the rest of the audience a disservice, and then and wrap things up a little bit early. So timing was a big mistake. Now the following day, what I did is I had a exercise that we could go through as a team to help create a little bit more space so I could manage the time more effectively rather than in the moment of speaking. I've worked with Betty Danowitz, who's helped me get better on this speaker's journey that I'm working through. And I keep getting better through those reps, through that specific experience. Now, let's say that I went up and I did those things and I walked away from each of them and did not get the energy that I got, did not have as much fun as I did not get some positive feedback from folks. I also got some negative feedback from folks. There's definitely an opportunity to improve. And I think I've done so. I wouldn't know. So the question today, the call to action for you, is to think through what are 3 experiences that you would like to get before the end of the year. You've got about 75 days left ish, a little bit more than that. What are 3 experiences that you would like to get before the end of the year? And how are you going to go after how can you achieve, how can you create the space to gain those experiences? And what are your actual next logical steps to get on the path to those experiences? So 3 experiences, strategy on how you can attain those experiences, and clarity on what your next logical steps are. When you go out and you do that work, what's pretty cool is you might realize you're not very good at the thing that you want experience on. But after getting a chance to do it a couple of times, you might realize this is one of those things that fills you up. It gives you energy. It creates an opportunity for you to expand your horizons and do some of the things that you were made for, that all of your other experiences built you up for. Or you might find out it's just not the thing for you, but then you'll know. Imagine a situation where you know rather than working through regret where you wonder. So do those three things. Identify three experiences that you'd like to get between now and the end of the year. You've got 75 days. Identify strategy, 2 to 3 strategies that you can apply to get those experiences, and then identify the next logical step associated with executing on those strategies. Get out there and get that experience. If that experience is something that I can help you with, you know how to get a hold of me. Um, Leadership, culture, revenue, execution, emerging technologies that enable humans to do better human things, helping people get better at problem solving and decision making, goal setting and execution, effective communication, and simplifying and go to market. Those are some of the areas I can help. Hope you have an awesome rest of the day. Good luck to the D-backs. Any team that plays LA is a team that I'm going to stick close to. So beat LA, beat LA. We got hockey season starting up tonight. We've got football season in full swing of things. Jets still have a chance to get to 3-3 against the Eagles. Maybe knock them down this week. Will Shaw had told me early before the season started. He said, "If you guys are 2-4, you're going to be in a good place at the bye week." Well, let's see where we go. All right. Have a great one. Thank you. If you know somebody who would find value out of this, or you want to share with your team, share with your team. If you've got questions, add those into the comments. Love to see the feedback there. Thank you.